I want to talk about a very serious topic today. Um, I even think that I might lose some YouTube followers on this. I'm not sure, but I think it's important to discuss this kind of uh, thing and do it very honestly. And I'll just honestly share my thoughts on this and would like to hear back from you, like what you think, what you guys have to say on this, etc. So, a few minutes ago, I read yet another news piece on a terrorist attack in Austria, Europe. So, one person, a 14-year-old guy, was stabbed by the attacker, and several other people were injured. And uh, attacks like this are unfortunately becoming commonplace. Germany, Austria, France, the UK. Here in the US, also there were terrorist attacks, also recently, yes, when they used the Tesla car. So the political left is kind of censoring all the information regarding. Usually, there is a lot of censorship about the ethnic and religious background of the attackers, yeah, the perpetrators. And I'm just questioning that. Is it a good thing to do? Like when you speak of those attacks, not to mention, not to give the whole context. Who did the attack and why? For instance, you can just read that one person was killed in an attack, yes, or several were wounded, and the police are investigating, and that's it. And when you speak of Islam, when you say, okay, that's the religion, yes, it's the religion that inspires those people, you are usually labeled as Islamophobe. So help me out and tell me if you know of any attacks carried out by, let's say, Christians, especially in Muslim countries. Have we ever seen such a thing? Let's say a Christian man attacks a group of people in some Arabic country, in Saudi Arabia, in Qatar, I don't know, Egypt, etc., etc. I have never heard of such a thing. If you know any such stories, like a Christian man kills a group of Muslims in Jordania, Syria, or whatever, yes, and he shouts, "Praise be Jesus! Yeah, Jesus is great." Yeah, so let me know. I'd like to know that maybe I'm wrong and maybe such things happen, and but as of now, I haven't heard of such cases. But the opposite is unfortunately commonplace, like Muslim men attacking uh, Christians and non-Muslims, yeah, in so many different places. Like in Israel, they would blow themselves up and yell Allah Akbar. Thank you for the like, whoever gave me that. Oh, okay, that person took back their like. Interesting. Yeah, this topic is controversial, but it's important, to talk about this. And in European countries, in North America, yeah, I think probably in Canada, they also had terrorist attacks by Muslims. So, and they also use a different term. Yes, they say Islamists. So I don't know why. Well, probably because of religious and um, leftist ideology, some form of ideology, they prefer to use the word Islamist and not use the word Muslim for some reason, as if Islam and Muslim religion are not the same. I don't know. Linguistically speaking, maybe it's the religion is called Islam, and that's why they like to use Islamists, but it's just Muslim people. Yeah. So if we are honest with ourselves, terrorist attacks are about one specific religion. Yeah, of course, there were, especially historically, lots of Christians killed non-Christians. There were even instances of Buddhists attacking non-Buddhists. And in some place in Asia, uh, Southeast Asia, I don't remember the name of the country, there were mm, Buddhist communities attacking Muslim minorities in their country, killing them. So that happened as well. But as of today, and as of the rates, yes, how many terror attacks are carried out by representative of the given specific religion? Yes, I think the rates are very high. Just a few days ago, if I'm not mistaken, we had another terror attack in Germany. And today we have this terror attack in Austria. And of course, we remember what happened in the UK. If I'm not mistaken, it happened a few months ago, maybe 3 to 5 or 6 months ago, yes, when another migrant Muslim person attacked and stabbed children. Yeah. So, yeah, we should be very careful and responsible when talking about these topics. And if we monitor the crime instances, it's highly probable that we will see also like a white man killed his wife over something. Yes, so murders are common and people kill each other over lots of things. But when we go deeper, like, okay, murders committed on the basis of hate, like when the person hates the other because of their sexuality or religion, yeah, then we clearly see that Muslim people who commit crimes for the sake of their religion, their prophet, etc., etc., they are, it seems, they are leading. Yes, and if I'm wrong, just prove me wrong with data, facts, links in the comment section. Okay, I'm open-minded and I'm always ready to review and change my opinions if I'm proven wrong. Okay. But as of now, based on the data that I have right now, it seems that we have a clear problem with one specific religion, Islam. It seems that instances of terror attacks are coming from that religion very, very often across the globe. And they also commit lots of crimes in their own countries. Like in Iran, there is a woman who might be sentenced to death because she performed online with her hair and head open. And in the Islamic Republic of Iran, you are required, if you're a woman, to cover your head all the time. So these are also, cases of persecution, injustice. They are not labeled as terrorism by some, but if you look at Saudi Arabia, Iran, places like that, they kill people. If you're an atheist, you are executed. If you're gay, you're executed. If you're a woman who's not covering your head in Iran, you're executed. Saudi Arabia, homosexuality is criminalized too, and in many Muslim countries. In Near East, apart from Israel, like in all other places, homosexuality is criminalized. All the neighbors of Israel, except Turkey, yes, all the other Muslim countries, whenever I check their data, they contained um, uh, laws against sodomy or homosexuality. So they are very radicalized. And It's the naivete of the political left is not only funny, but it's also stupid and dangerous. Some of my left wing friends, including LGBT people, are like, well, they are so aggressive today, but if we liberate them, if Palestine liberates itself and Israel is destroyed, somehow Palestinians will become more civilized, they will stop executing gays, and everybody will be happy. And of course, it's stupid, and of course, it won't happen. And even now in Palestine, in West Bank, they have anti-sodomy laws. Yes, so and you know those. So it's not just legal; it's also cultural and historic. Those folks are like that, and they hate difference. If you are gay or a woman who has tattoo or piercing, they will stone you. And lots of women and LGBT people are killed in such societies by their family members. So apparently, it's not just legal, but it's also cultural. And this naivety is dangerous. So migration, that's a huge question. Yeah. And I was thinking, in my mind, I created this smart migration and integration framework, SMIF, Smith, you can call it. So it's just a concept that I decided to share with my followers with this live. Um, I'm in the US and across the globe, life is intelligent and everything becomes smarter, right? We have smartphones. Hi, Sean. Hi, Sean. Nice to see you. How are you? So, smartphones, we have smart homes. Yes, whenever the temperature gets below some certain degree, this little thing here hits the air. Yes, so when everything is getting smarter, shouldn't our governments and also the immigration policies get smarter? Oh, nice to hear that you are good, Sean. I'm good too, thank you. Some challenges and stuff, but yeah, overall I'm good. Thanks for asking and thank you for the like. I think you're one of those two people who sent a like my way. Uh, by the way, Sean, if you ever decide to come live with me, I'll be happy. YouTube has this option, yes, go live together. So you can just let me know. You can find me on Telegram. If you're interested, tell me. I'll just give you my Telegram nickname, okay? So that you can find me there. So that's SMIF, Smith, yes, Immigration and Smart Migration and Integration Framework, as I call it. It's just a suggestion by me. And I invite others. Oh, Sean is sad. Well, yeah, we have lots of issues, these days. I understand you are going through your own drama, probably. If you want to tell me more, you are welcome to do so. You can write in the comment section what you're sad. So yeah, immigration process should get smarter, and I think given that it's one specific religion that generates so much hatred against Jews, against gays, against women, against atheists, against the political opposition. It would be smart and reasonable to take a much closer look at the practitioners of that religion, especially the ardent ones, like those folks who pray several times a day, who openly state that they are, religious Muslims, who in their speech use, those religious terms, yeah, mm, regarding God and the greatness of God, etc., etc. Uh, yeah, Sean, I read that you're sad. You wrote the same thing twice. So I think when people immigrate, they need to be probably asked about their religion. um, and especially if it's an asylum case. Unfortunately, some asylum seekers, like this one today in Austria, that guy was a Syrian man, Muslim, who was seeking, I think, seeking refuge or asylum in Austria. So among asylum seekers, amongst the citizens, sometimes it's just the citizens. Yes, they are Muslim, they are citizens, they have been living in the country for years. Then they just decide to kill people in the name of Allah. You see? Oh, Sean says his family is torn apart. Oh, Sean, maybe one day I could share my story. I actually left my parental house and I'm not in talking terms with my brother and sister because they mistreated me. They were very homophobic. So I don't know what you have in your family, but we all go through, such things. Okay, they don't want to stay with each other anymore. Well, that's fine. If they don't like each other, it's better they separate, either for good or for some, months or maybe years. Otherwise, it's just very hard for them. If two people don't like each other anymore, falling in love and making monogamous commitments, it's not for everybody, and it's like products. They have their what is called, like, they get dated. Yes, they get old, they get worn out. Yeah, so I think even if it's hard for you, you better tell yourself that you cannot do much about it, and it might be the best decision. It might be better for your both parents, for both of them, if they just separate, if they cannot tolerate each other anymore. So yes, getting back to the migration issue, yeah, I think they should be monitored, and mm, even if they are citizens, I don't know if you think I'm wrong, feel free to tell me that. But I'm thinking of solutions because we hear those stories so much. A Muslim man or a Muslim woman, they just Allah Akbar and they kill people. Very sad, and I'm just thinking of ways of preventing these. Uh, so that's why I think that they should be monitored, and probably not just by the government. Probably communities might be engaged too, like online, when we see people who are very hateful. They want to destroy Israel. They want to kill the Jews. Well, those are signs. Those are signs that the person is ready to commit a crime. For instance, me being pro-Israeli, I don't wish, the death of Palestinians. I wouldn't, say to a Palestinian, you deserve to be killed because you're Palestinian, or you're Muslim. That would be insane. But we have lots of, pro-Palestinian folks who are like that. Yeah, they're like, all the Jews deserve to be killed, or Israel should be destroyed. Blah blah blah. So if people say that, it means they're hateful, and they are ready to. Some of them are ready to act. You know, and communities, individuals, they need to flag such people. They need to report their hateful commentaries, and governments and community agencies need to, monitor those people. And so I think even if, people are given green cards and they live in this country, uh, if they are religious Muslims, it seems that the more religious they are, the higher the chance that they will either commit a crime one day, or they will condone, crimes and support other criminals. So that's what. No, Sean, I don't speak Mandarin. I speak Hebrew, beginner Hebrew, French, a little Spanish, and my native tongue is Armenian, and I'm fluent in Russian as well. No Mandarin, just a few symbols. I remember a few words like shui is water, ran is person. Yeah, very little. I worked in China in 2019, and I just remember very few things, some phrases. 我不知道, I don't know. 我有, I want. So yes, this smart immigration framework, yeah, is a tool that will allow governments and communities to monitor religious uh, Muslims and maybe help in preventing some crime. And I think governments and communities need to work on this together. Like governments should sometimes maybe even reach out to some individuals, like responsible and engaged citizens, and tell them, hey, in your neighborhood, we have this person, and we have noticed that they are very religious. So we ask you to tell us, how the person behaves, what verbiage, what language the person uses. Does he praise God all the time? Does he say hateful stuff about Israel and the Jews, etc., etc.? Because those are all clear signals. So even in detention centers, yes, if someone comes to a certain country, the US or a European country, and they ask for asylum, if they are practicing Muslims, if they pray several times a day, and it is observed by the officials or by the security cameras, then those persons, I think they kind of need to be profiled for several years, maybe 5 to 15 years, because right now, in my understanding, is that most of terrorism in civilized Western countries comes from that specific religion, from Islam. Oh, Sean says, I love your videos. Thank you, Sean. Thank you so much. Uh, thanks, man. I appreciate that you're subscribed to my channel. You wrote something in Chinese. Okay, let me try. I think the first thing is if I'm not, yes. Who, I am not, yes. And the rest, I don't know. No, I don't remember. Yeah, but oh, well done. Yes, you're learning Chinese. That's interesting. That's cool. Yeah, a lot of people speak Chinese and English, Chinese translator or something like that. You could have a nice career with that. Even English teachers in China, they earn a lot. So yeah, that's a good smart choice for you. So yeah, that's immigration framework. Ni, it's you. Yes, ni. Yeah. Yeah. 我, me, ta. Yes, I, you, he. Yeah, this instrument, mm, I think, might help in preventing some terror attacks and hate crimes against women, because we have videos on YouTube and elsewhere uh, on how Muslim men kind of go after European women and LGBT people, and say bad things, intimidate them, uh, claim that, uh, try to enforce their Islamist and Muslim worldview on them, like you should cover your head, you should cover your body, don't wear a piercing, etc., etc. It's disgusting. It's very disgusting for me. So yeah, I think basically that's it. Yes, ni and nin. Yeah, in Chinese. Yeah. Um, Also, even YouTube, there are some materials that are removed from YouTube. I tried to find videos on how Muslim mobs, uh, uh, I assume they were Pakistani and maybe partly Indian, because in India you have Hindus, but also you have Muslims, yeah? So they attacked lots of folks, like white people, uh, in the UK. Of course, the opposite also happened. Yes, white, right-wing, conservative men attacked some migrant centers. Um, that happened too, you know. But see, the attacks of by white men were there on YouTube, but I couldn't find the opposite on YouTube. I searched for, I don't know, 10 minutes or more, and I wasn't able to find them. Finally, I went on a channel, on a Telegram channel by a Russian journalist called Nevzorov, who's an opposition journalist who is in kind of exile. He left Russia on his own because there's a criminal case against him in Russia. So he is persecuted by the government of Russia. Yeah? So I found that information in those videos on the Telegram channel of Nezorov. On YouTube, they are gone, you know. And I hate this left-wing censorship. It's very ugly, very dangerous. Like you see Islamophobia, but you don't see, crimes committed by Muslims. And in the UK, they have this big scandal over Pakistani Muslim men raping British and also Pakistani women and girls in the UK. And even in their parliament, yes, someone spoke of this. But the left wing, the leftist governments and people, I like, don't talk, don't tell, don't ask, don't tell. And so it's ugly, you know. That censorship, both right wing and left wing censorship, it's disgusting and it's ugly. So Sean, yes, knee. In my memory, I think it's pronounced as knee, if I'm not mistaken, but I need to check that. Okay, go and swim. Yes, enjoy your swimming session. Okay, thanks for dropping by, Sean. I appreciate you. Nice to have, followers who engage. Okay, yeah. So that's why right-wing politicians are becoming more popular. And I'm not left wing, I'm not right wing, I'm an objectivist. And objectivism is an individualist mm, philosophy, yeah, created by Ayn Rand, the author of Atlas Shrugged and The Fountainhead. Well, as an objectivist, I am pro-individual, I am pro-secularism, yeah. When I criticize the left, it doesn't mean I'm right wing. Okay, want to make it clear. Both sides have some, negative and ugly things, and both sides are often very collectivist. They are pro-collective. It's about groups, not the individual. In the left wing, like the Democrats, like to talk about the working class, yeah, and families. And the right wing, they also like to talk about families and also of Christians. It's groups of people, and individual rights are kind of not that respected. So yeah, I presented this concept of mine by Sean by regarding smart immigration and integration uh, framework. Yeah, I don't know. I think we need to have discussions like this, and even though people are not very active, I am going to, continue presenting it, and I invite others, my followers, to comment on this and let me know if they think that it's wrong and how else could it be done. Yes, if you think that uh, religious Muslim folks shouldn't be profiled, then what's your suggestion? How could terror attacks be uh, prevented? What else can be done? Let me know. Okay. Thanks and see you. Bye bye.